Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday care people. It's your boy, the Big Canucker, and we have got ourselves a little bit of an EDC type of review today. Oh, something I have been carrying around for a little bit, and it came from a company that I just started kind of dealing with, and that company is called Olight. I ended up picking up some Olight product, and they happen to have a promotion going on right now that if you buy yourself, I think it's over $60, and you're registered or log in with them, they'll send you a gift for free. And I ended up getting this little IR2 Pro EDC keychain light. And I gotta say, this is a great little bugger. We'll have a look at it here. This is how I have it used all the time. I have it here on this little keychain here with this little Leatherman bruiser, and that goes inside my pocket. Now, the one thing I noticed about Olight right off the bat is it seems like they've taken a page out of Apple's playbook, and the packaging on it was very, very good. I mean, the way that you kind of, undid, you undid it, and it was just excellent. It was like a little bit of an event. Sometimes you get things and they've got the little white discs, plastic discs, and you can just, peel them off or cut them and you're in. But Olight seems to take that little bit of extra, and they have there was a little pull tab that you kind of release. It was very, very smooth, and you open it up, and it had a really nice wrapping on the inside. It comes with just a little plastic spot where the light is, but then you've got your manual underneath. I just thought it's something I noticed right off the bat from Olight. They seem to take great care in just their packaging. Now, let's have a look at the light itself. If you've got yourself a Leatherman bruiser, you can see actually how small this is. But we'll take another little light and we'll compare it against that. This is another little light that I was carrying around. It's called the TUP, or TUP, by Nightcore, and it's an excellent little light in its own right. It's just a little bit bulky for the pocket. I mean, it's a great little light, but this one seems to be really, really nice inside the pocket. Now, let's have a look here. So, let's see here. Size-wise, it is... Where's my little size things here? Talks about... it is... Let's just see here. It's 2.2 inches long, 51.3 millimeters. It has a weight of 22 grams or 0.78 of an ounce. Really, really small. And I think the overall diameter is around 22 mil too as well. I think I read that someplace. But the real big thing is it's got 180 lumen throw on a bright, but it's got a low mode of 5 lumens too as well. Now that's going to give you here, let's just see here. On the high output, it's 180 lumens, runtime of 23 minutes, distance of 48 meter throw, and 580 candela. On low mode, it's 5 lumens, a runtime of 12 hours, distance of 10 meters, and it's 25 candela. And it's, that low mode is more than enough they could do some reading or to get your keys out and put them in the lock, or even navigate a really dark room. I'm really, really impressed with that 5 mil. Now, this one here, this little TUP here, TUP, has got a 1 lumen low mode, and I was able to see quite a bit with that. That seems to be, 5 lumens seems to be quite a bit more. And just a lot easier too as well. Now, we'll have a look at some other stuff here. Now, it's the LED is a cool white LED. Now, it has what's called a TIR lens, or a TIR lens, which is total internal reflection. I was looking at that. There's no reflector inside. It's just the way that the light is reflected, it gives you a really focused beam with not a lot of spillage in your beam. So if you're trying to illuminate something specifically, the TR lens is the way to go. There's not, it's definitely kind of not a floodlight at all. Now, it's also IPX rated, so it's waterproof up to 1 meter. So it says 1 meter and more. I'm not sure the exact total depth, but I mean, if you have this in a hot tub or something and you drop it, I think you're going to be fine. It seems like it's built quite well, quite solid. It's an aluminum alloy housing, so there's no worry about it being tough. I think this is excellent little toughness. Now, it's got, just like I think every Olight has got a 1.5 meter drop test. And I haven't dropped this yet, but I mean, stopping this stuff being so light, I'm sure that if you dropped it from a little bit higher, you'd be all right. Even landing on the face, it looks like the lens is recessed a bit, so if it does happen to land on its face, it doesn't look like it's going to smash up or crack. Now, one of the things that I really, really like about this is the fact that it is USB-C rechargeable. So it actually comes with this little tiny USB cable, and you just kind of pop it in there, and then you can actually charge it up. And I just happen to have a little USB charger here, and you can see, push the button. It is, you can see the little light, it's red, and when it charges up completely, it goes green. Now, it doesn't have a monster battery here. What is the battery on here? It is, I do believe, oh my goodness, I think it's a 130 milliamp hour battery, and it takes about 90 minutes to charge from dead to fully charged. And, you know, if you're going to get yourself 12 hours charging time on that, I mean, I think that's pretty decent. I know a lot of, you know, a lot of these quick charge stuff that you can kind of put 5 minutes of charging and it gives you 2 hours of, well, I mean, you're looking at a very, very inexpensive light. Here in Canada, it's $29.99, and in the good old US of A, it's $21.99. So, I mean, and I'm sure that's at the Olight, the Olight website. I'm sure that you can get yourself a little bit less expensive someplace else, you know, but the Olight website is $21.95 in the States and $29.99 in Canada. I'm not sure if they have the giveaway going in the States, but right now in Canada, if you log in with Olight and purchase, I think it's your first purchase up to $60 or a little bit more, they're going to give you a $29.99 light for free, and it's an excellent little light. Now let's have a look at the light pattern, and I'm going to just kind of shut off some lights here just so you can have an idea of what it's like when you turn this right completely off. All right, give you guys a chance to adjust. So you've got yourself a 5 mil, and you can see here's your 5 mil beam. You know, it's really awfully hard to kind of see in this little bit of a demonstration, but now if you go to the total 180 beam, by turning it a little more, it really lights up the area. You know, it's not completely dark in my office. I've got my screen going on here, but that just gives you an idea of the light output on this light. And I'm going to turn these back on. There we go. Give everybody's eyes a chance to adjust. Now here, warranties, 2-year warranty too as well. So they have a warranty. But I mean, for what I paid for this, I mean, if it breaks within the next month or so, I'll definitely be checking it out. If there's, you know, if it happens in a year and a half, I'm definitely giving it a try too as well. All right. Oh, here I found the battery is 3.7 volts, 130 milliamp hours, a 10220 rechargeable lithium ion battery. And the ion battery itself is not interchangeable. If you happen to wear out your battery, I think it's just chuck it and get yourself another one. I mean, but for, you know, $29 or for right now for free, I think you're okay. If you can get a couple years out of this, or, you know, 2-3 years out of this, I think you're doing really well for what you paid for it. It is an excellent little keychain light. Now the size is what really does it for me, as well as the 180 lumens. Now it's not all roses though too as well. I mean, there is a few little issues. One of them is, I mean, I've only had this for, you know, not very long, and it's already starting to kind of wear the lights out of it, wear the you know, the little lettering out of it, and that's not the end of the world. It's not going to affect the quality of the light. It just doesn't look great when it's kind of half worn out. Now the other thing I noticed is it does have a tendency to get a little bit of grit and gunk buildup in this little bit of a channel here, and I did notice that when I was turning it to unscrew it to recharge it, I could feel the little bit of grit in there. So you're going to want to perhaps once a month pull it apart, just give it a little bit of a clean, put it back together, and that'll just help it last a lot longer, and it'll help it be incredibly smooth. Now the other thing that kind of is a little bit of a pain is if you've got this and you pull it out of your pocket on, say, something that I've got here, like a tail end switch light. Do I have anything here handy? Of course I don't, but even on this top, if I pull it out of my pocket, I push the button and she's ready to rock, right? Where this one here, if you don't kind of grab it right off the bat, if you don't have anything to grab along the back of it, it's kind of a pain to turn with one hand, right? So even though it can be done one-handed, there we go, it's not as easy as just having a a little tail switch. Now, I know a tail switch would kind of sometimes be a little bit of a pain if you've got it, like this design. I would love to see this light with a attachment on the side here and a recessed tail light that you could just get in there. That would be the absolute bomb. But then again, we might be talking about a little bit more money. I have figured out though that you can actually just, in a pinch, you can just grab it with your two fingers here, brace it against your palm and your the meat of your thumb there, and just give it a pull back, and it will light. So that is a little bit of a workaround, and it's not going to get you the bright, but it will get you the little 5 lumen if you're stuck at night and you just need to kind of pull it out. So that is a little bit of a workaround, but I mean, you may not always be able to grab it and grasp it that way. Now, I think that this is definitely going to work out excellent. So far, I'm really, really loving this light, and I would recommend, if you're looking for a keychain light or a little EDC light, I think that you just can't win, or you just can't lose with, $20 for this light. And if you're going to buy yourself a more of a bigger flashlight or something, head to Olight and pick this up. If you haven't purchased from them already and you're a brand new customer, log in, register, and you will get yourself a free IR2 Pro, and I think it's definitely worth the money then because it comes free. So I hope you liked what you saw here. Please stay safe out there. If you're looking for any sort of Spydercos and you're here in southern Alberta, don't forget to check out my friends over in the fabulous downtown Fort Macleod and Alberta Firearms. Their Spyderco store. They've got some Bokers and they've got some Brownings and they've got all sorts of stuff there too as well. So don't forget to check them out. Thank you so much, Olight, for having a little bit of a... They didn't give it to me for free to review. They gave it to me free because I bought some other Olight stuff, and I will be reviewing that stuff down the road too as well. Please stay safe out there, you guys. Please keep your stick on the ice. The shiny side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.